Hey everyone, it's Mr. Hollywood, and today is another director showdown. This time, it's between Michael Mann's films Heat and Collateral, his two LA nighttime thrillers. So, let's just start beginning and just going deep into it. And I think I should maybe just warn this one last time. For pretty much all these director showdowns are going to be spoilers. Big spoilers for both movies because I'm doing the analyze. So anyways, let's begin. So Heat tells a story about Robert De Niro's character Neil McCauley being a robber with all these, and they're just robbing banks, and like it's a typical cop and robber game where Al Pacino's the cop, but then and if you've seen The Dark Knight, it's in that subgenre of the crime thriller dramas, where then there's so much chaos going on in the world, and I guess you could say it's very straightforward, but I think it's just awesome with awesome visuals and everything, and the shootout in the middle is awesome. And then by the end, how should I say this? Robert De Niro's character basically wants to go on one last mission to kill one of his former teammates because they almost betrayed them early. And then, where he could have been home free, and then he made the wrong decision, and then Al Pacino's character was chasing him, and then they had their final shootout, where ultimately Robert De Niro's character died, and then there's the end, and Al Pacino by the end is really bitter because you basically lost everything, so you could say the villain still won in this. So yeah, he is really sad at the end, and it honestly blows my mind that they're actually making a Heat 2 that's a prequel and sequel. I can understand a prequel part of a young Neil McCauley who Michael Mann confirmed it. I think it was going to be played by Adam Driver, which I'm interested in that. But then, on the sequel side, I don't think we need to ever see Al Pacino's character's arc continue. Especially because he's 80 years old. And I know he could still act at 80 years old. I'm not taking anything away. But it's come on. We don't need to see every character be 80 years old. And I just feel like his arc was complete, that we don't need to see it continued. So for Heat, that's basically Heat in a nutshell. And then Collateral tells a story about Max, played by Jamie Foxx, basically just having a normal life as being a cab driver. And then when Vincent, played by Tom Cruise, enters, a little chaos happens, where his goal is to kill 5 targets, and then by the end it's a little bit similar, where once he kills the 5th target, you know that he's probably going to kill Jamie Foxx's character, because he'd be a witness. And then a very intense ending, where he basically wants to kill Jamie Foxx's, by the end, girlfriend, where she was in the car earlier, the person before Tom Cruise. And then Jamie Foxx steps in and actually tries to kill it, and then a bit of a similar shootout where it's a cat and mouse game, and then ultimately the hero wins, and then the villain dies a heroic death. And I don't want to say it's as sad, considering one, Jamie Foxx's character didn't quite lose everything, he lost nowhere near everything, and two, you kind of just see he kind of forgave and just knew. So yeah, I think Collateral had a really happy ending. And same thing, I don't ever want to see it continued, and I don't think it will. So anyways, between Michael Mann's 2 nighttime thrillers, which one is going to come out on top? And just like yesterday, this is like picking your favorite child, because I'm already scarred to have to only pick one. And I'll say this, in terms of action, Heat easily beats Collateral, but just in terms of story and story and like just intensity and just like character moments, I think Collateral would win that. So now it just comes down of which one do I take more. And like I guess you could just tell a pattern from yesterday. I'm gonna take Collateral over Heat. So Collateral is victorious in the Michael Mann showdown. And I think partially due to rewatchability because it's like much shorter than Heat and a little bit easier to consume. Where Heat's a little bit sad where I'm not gonna watch it that much. Where Collateral I can actually rewatch. It's probably one of my most rewatched films in the past few years. So yeah, anyways, Collateral comes up on top, but I still adore Heat. They're both in like my top 10 favorite movies of all time, so I'm not like dismissing Heat at all. So I mean, I'm just, unfortunately it is the game, only one can come out on top. Unless I do ties, which we don't do ties on showdowns like these. And also, you might notice a pattern. So, Heat and Seven both came out the same year. And it's kind of funny considering they were based off the two best Batman movies. Or not, other way around. The two best Batman movies took some inspiration. Where Seven, or the Batman obviously took some inspiration from Seven in the first half. And then throughout the movie, The Dark Knight took some inspiration from Heat. And also, kind of like how, like I said, Seven feels a bit like Fight Club and a little bit like the Batman. I think Heat feels a little bit like Collateral, a little bit like Dark Knight. So that's very interesting. And it's funny because those were like the two best movies of '95. And then Collateral and Fight Club were just the best movies of their year. For Fight Club being 99 and Collateral, in my opinion, is the best movie of 2004. But anyways, that does it for the Michael Mann showdown. And I think if I'm gonna do a schedule, I think Spielberg will be the next one I do, and I think I'm gonna do Jurassic Park vs. Jaws, and Scorsese will be the one after that, where I'll do Raging Bull vs. Goodfellas. Now, anyways, thanks for watching. Feel free to share who you think won down below in the comments. And peace out.